It's Week 10 of the NFL. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it's coming.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, they showed we weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble and second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. 3rd and 20. Hurts sets up to throw it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 2. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
But I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. The Eagles offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll It'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Forced out to his left. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pickett. Campbell making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Flush to his right. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air again, Prescott. Flushed out right. And bulldozing his way through. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go!
Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland. So we have come to halftime here in past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And they love to find different ways to get into the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 59 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The Eagles on third down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Micah Parsons, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Being chased out left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott now, escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing is Hurts. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Hurts. And he's going to go down again. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 17, Hurts gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Touchdown, Eagles! Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Hurts will throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, 33 yards. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do